I'm comfortable and know I can take and make, but the rest of the game, understanding what it takes to try to help the team win on a nightly basis defensively, turnovers or controlling turnovers, drawing crowds on offense and trying to find an open guy, stuff like that. That's always a part of the game. So the temptation is to let missed shots affect all of that as a reaction because you're preoccupied or you're in your feelings about missing shots and all that. And I'm past that phase of my career. It's just a matter of, again, not ever losing confidence in what I'm capable of doing.
At the NBA level, you've never gone through this. At any level, ever? With such a long period of time for you?
Not this many games, probably just in the way, 82 game season games keep coming and you're trying to, make the adjustments and again, shoot shots that you normally take and make. So the work will show. Just sticking with it, keep winning games in the process, and don't change anything about my approach. Who gives a damn about excuses or anything that anybody wants to hear about why you either make shots or you miss shots? So we got to start making some shots. Nope. They're still attached to my body, and I'm still getting up plenty of attempts. So I'm trying to have fun with it. It's a big picture perspective on how you approach the game, the work that you put in, and it's obviously frustrating. I want to shoot the ball. It's frustrating in the games. I kicked the chair the other day for that reason. So it's not like I don't care. You're not trying to figure it out, but I don't get preoccupied with it. Like, to Monty's question, that's the only part of my game that matters. It will matter. I need to, make shots for us to, get to the level that we want to be at. But other than that, not worried about it.
Along those lines, Steph, Steve praised the way you're defending and also just the way you're dishing off assist to turnover ratio and how much pride do you take in those things right now until the shot starts? I mean, along with when your shot's falling.
Well, earlier in the season, even the end of last year, scoring and all that stuff, it's loud. It's part of the show. It's, again, what I love to do, and it's a big part of who I am, but you overshadow the other stuff that never changes in terms of your approach to every single game. So I can go try to score 40, but if you give up 40, what's the point type of vibe? And it's always been a priority in terms of helping us win games because, most of the times when I'm out there with an amazing defensive team that we have, with Draymond's healthy, Clay's healthy, Andre, Loon, teams are probably going to go at me. So you got to be able to take those challenges and do other things to help you win. So that's a temptation of getting in your feelings I'm missing every shot. I'm just going to worry about that and that alone and not do anything else. It's not what basketball is about.
Do you like the way you guys have taken care of the ball the last couple games a little bit better? Absolutely, because that gives you an opportunity to, withstand some tough shooting nights. And we obviously know that defensively, if we play like that, we're going to be in a lot of games. But we also need to score the ball a little bit more efficiently, have a better flow. I don't know what I think we're bottom 10 in the last couple of weeks in terms of offensive efficiency and all that. But we have to be able to balance that out to get to the level that we want to be as a championship caliber team. But I like the way defensively we've maintained that identity through kind of a downward spiral or a downward period throughout the season. It's a great suit, by the way. I haven't been able to compliment your fit in person, so absolutely.
your point, you don't lose confidence. What goes through your mind when you
every shot I take, I think I'm going to make, and unless it's way off or there's something you're off balance or whatever it is a surprise when you don't make it. But again, tonight I probably would only nitpick the last three I took. But I took 12 good shots for me, and I'm not, worried about the selection as much as just figuring out, what needs to kind of turn in terms of, what needs to change in terms of knocking them down and finding the joy in shooting the ball. Like that's always a part of my game. So I gotta be better at that. I think early there was a couple of games where attempts were down just because you're so used to him being able to see the floor from the top of the key, usually make the right play, his patience to let plays develop and either use me as a decoy to get somebody on a back cut or, throw an on time pass with me coming out off ball movement, stuff like that. But we've adjusted pretty well. I've gotten on the ball a little bit more recently, and we'll see how that continues as long as he's out, because we know as soon as he is back, that's his sweet spot and bread and butter as a playmaker, and where he provides a lot of value for us offensively. So you got to try to fill that void a different way and as best as you can.
You mentioned the defense. What has sort of lifted it up these last two games? What about the defense did you like so much tonight?
Loon's been unbelievable. Obviously, GP came in and changed the game in that third quarter with a couple of steals and deflections. Loon's been unbelievable all year, really, but, especially with Draymond out anchoring our defense and giving us a paint presence and just blocking shots, rebounding, putting bodies on big guys. I think we're getting a little bit more organized, especially with different rotations that we have out there of guys just knowing where to be and knowing how to make multiple effort plays, because we're a little undersized and you have to be able to send a lot of guys to the paint to protect the, stuff at the rim or the pick and roll action, but you got to have guys that are able to fly around and contest shots. And we've done a really good job of getting a little bit more organized on that. And, Mike Brown's been preaching it all year. Know who we are, know what we do on defense, and buy into it, commit to it, because that'll help us win, when it matters the most. How did coach word it in the locker room the last game? It's something to the effect of like nobody who, if you know basketball, you know exactly how he's impacting the game. But if you're just casually watching, you might not highlight Loon's, performance every night. But we care about it and we see it and we understand how important he is to what we're doing right now. And even when he's overmatched physically, he's taking on the challenge. We've been able to guard some bigs one-on-one, so you don't have to send a lot of extra attention. Can guard a three-point line a little better. He's unbelievable in the pick and roll in terms of communicating, because his voice carries out there. And, he's been a part of, our team was 7 years now. He understands what Draymond, like him and Draymond have an amazing chemistry. So when Draymond's out, he understands the responsibility and he picks up on that. And we rely on it so much. So just consistency, like you say, he hasn't missed a game, but just consistent effort on that end of the floor that is kind of the unsung hero.
34 assists, 6 turnovers the last 4 games. What are the factors?
Just making simple plays and understanding that even sometimes if you don't have a good option to drive or kick out or do whatever, getting a shot up sometimes better option because it's tough to win games when our turnovers are, north of like that 15.